Alrighty. So this is going to be a reading for my Capricorns. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is going to be a look at the next 72 hours, so February 7th until the 10th. And let's get straight into the energy. If you would like to see more of my readings, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you do want a personal, check out the description box, okay? We're also going to be selling crystals and sound bowls and smudge sticks and everything on my site as well. So if you are needing the spiritual hookup, make sure you also subscribe to our newsletters on my website. Okay, Capricorns, the next 72 hours, February 7th through the 10th. So the overall energy is the Page of Cups in reverse. Your current energy, Seven of Swords. The challenge is the World card in reverse. Advice from your spirit guides, we do have the Three of Cups. And then for the outcome, we do have the King of Swords. Capricorns for February 7th through the 10th. And we have confidence is key to your success. So let's go ahead and actually talk about these cards. So the first one being the Page of Cups in reverse. This is you shutting down somebody who is emotionally immature for some of you. For others of you, it may be just more of a problem with you getting someone to be more forthright in their feelings, and you could be kind of tired of having to almost pull teeth with this individual to understand where they're mentally at, to understand where they're at emotionally as well. And this could be driving you nuts, and this individual could be either trying to come back into your life, or you guys may be literally getting this person out of your life because you may be tired of the like I said, the emotional immaturity, or even this person not being able to control their own personal emotions. You may find yourself really not being in the mood this time frame, so you may be highly agitated with people. Some of you also may be getting into this mode where you just feel like you need to focus on yourself because you're sick and tired of attracting people who may be, like I said, emotionally immature. Now, when it comes to what I see for your current energy, I do have the Seven of Swords. So this could be you trying to avoid having certain issues with like your romantic partner or your roommate or your boss. Some of you could be not being completely honest with self in terms of some things that you want to do. Like you may be internally feeling like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being in this marriage. I want to get a divorce. Or I'm sick and tired of being in this relationship and having to deal with this. But you could be avoiding that feeling and still, trying to push forward. This may be more of a thought that you're just not trying to acknowledge. Some of you also may be catching somebody up in some lies. This doesn't have to just be limited or romantic. This could be anyone, but this is you catching them in some lies. Or for some of you guys, if you have any sort of business endeavors with like some friends or something like that, this is catching them in like some shady business dealings. Some of you also may feel like somebody's avoiding you or isn't talking to you as much during this time frame for some reason. But when it comes to the challenge, I do have the World card in reverse. So the challenge may be that a cycle is not completely done yet with a certain person or you being in a certain situation. So that cycle may be a little delayed in terms of closing out. Also, for some of you guys, the challenge may be actually learning the lesson to everything that may be going on around you. Some of you are going through a lot of stress, and there's certain things that you're like, dang, is there ever going to be a resolution? And yes, there is, but you may be needing to look at the overall lesson in terms of like what you're going through. So for instance, Some of you could be dating somebody and you guys can't get out of this negative cycle of energy. And the lesson may be that some of you guys may be needing to stop forcing situations. Also, this is making sure that the basis in which you build the relationship is stronger. Like, that's just an example. But yes, the challenge overall is a cycle not completely coming to a close yet, because there's a lesson that some of you guys may need to kind of grasp still. Now, when it comes to moving as well or traveling, there also may be a little bit of a delay there with the challenge. But the advice, I do have the Three of Cups. So this is making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who can give you some really good advice, or friends, so that you don't feel like you have to depend solely on somebody's energy to be there. Because for some of you, you going back to an ex is not because you really want to go back. It may be because wherever you're at, you don't have any close friends, or you don't, socialize with your friends as much, because since you got into a relationship, that may have been your main focal point. But you need to surround yourself with some good individuals who can give you some really nice advice. And this is also, in terms of you getting back with anyone, you need to make sure, for one, that you're not putting yourself back into a third party situation if that was your situation. And if it wasn't a third party situation per se, you need to make sure that if you're reconciling with this person, that something positive is actually going to come out of it, instead of you getting back with them and then you being discontent or unhappy. For others of you, you need to focus on your career and how you can push yourself further. Because some of you guys also, continuing with what I was saying, sorry about that, got cut off. So yeah, some of you need to focus on your career and getting certain accolades, because for some of you, your personal life may have been causing you to make certain decisions that may have made you put your career more on the back burner. And it's time for you to kind of get more in tune in your career in terms of what you need to do to actually push yourself further. But moving on from this, the last card that I want to discuss is the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords, this is the outcome of you guys really seeing things from a point of view of clarity, for one. Also, taking this clarity and making some decisions that are going to impact your overall situation. So this could be you, cutting people off, making a final decision to go ahead and start that new business with like some mutual friends or some business partners. This is you also getting the clarity in regards to whether or not, you should start fresh in terms of working out a connection with someone. And some of you may be deciding to fix things with someone and try to be optimistic in terms of the good fortune that is on its way to you in the near future, if that makes sense. So this is you deciding to work on your relationship with your person, waiting for good fortune to come through. And this is you trying to fight for the relationship because you guys may really care about this individual. This is also you guys making decisions to, like I said, get some creative stuff going. You may be having more of a positive outlook in terms of your creative endeavors. And this is you being patient in terms of you getting somewhere. You may feel like energetically it's hard for you to keep that same energy, or you feel like there's a lot of obstacles or things that you have to do to get further in your career, your endeavors. But this is you still working diligently to keep pushing. Now, when it comes to the last card I want to discuss, we do have the Confidence is Key to Your Success card. And with this card, during this time frame, the only way that you're going to feel like you're getting anywhere is you, for one, being confident in self. If you have no confidence in, for one, the universe in terms of them being able to put you in a position to win, and also the confidence in self to actually do what you need to do to get further, then you're going to feel stagnant. You're going to feel stuck. Okay. And then also in terms of love, confidence is key for a relationship to be successful. If you're not confident in your person, being trustworthy, or if you're not confident that your relationship's going to work, then that's also going to determine the likelihood of whether or not it's going to be successful. So this is what I see. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, thumbs this video up and subscribe. Check out the description if you want a personal, and I will see you in the next one.